How should physical exercise be approached, especially during fasting periods? I have been thinking about St. Nectarius' words about exercise today. Thank you. I would just listen to St. Nectarius and your spiritual father. But since you're asking me, secondary thoughts on this. I've seen. I'm not sure if this is what you're talking about, but I've seen questions like, "What about orthodoxy and weightlifting?" And somebody wrote, weightlifters need a lot of protein, and of course, there's nothing like meat. Meat has all the protein, and therefore, basically, we've got to compromise on the fast because we're going to have to eat meat as bodybuilders. You're going to have to eat meat, and you can't stop for 40 days and not do any exercise. And if you're going to exercise, you got to have meat because you want to build muscle. So what do I say to that? I don't know what to say to that. I mean, why wouldn't that same approach in other ways totally undermine one's walk in Christ? And what's the priority there? What's the hierarchy? Seems to me the hierarchy in that person's thinking is bodybuilding first, Christ second. Bodybuilding first, fasting second. But St. Marvin, the saints say you can't be a Christian without fast. And fasting is one of the main ways we weaken the flesh, not the body, but the flesh, the fleshly desires. We bring it under control. We become rulers over our own spiritual house. Fasting is inseparable from deeper prayer. So if this person understood all that, would he still say, look, we got to eat during the fast because I'm doing my bodybuilding? If you understand what fasting does, how it helps, it's a question of obedience. We lost paradise because of our breaking of the fast. You gain it again through obedience in fasting and prayer. This is so fundamental that I don't think the church could say it doesn't matter, go ahead and eat throughout the 40 days. In fact, if you're going to be a bodybuilder and an athlete, that could go on for 10, 15, 20 years. So you're just not going to live the spiritual life for the next 15, 20 years because you want to do bodybuilding. You might say, well, I can't be Orthodox if you're going to make bodybuilding because that's my life. I'm a bodybuilder. There's been many cases where people have to choose between Christ and whatever it is that we love deeply. Like, to be a Christian is to put Christ first. To be a Christian is to live according to the commandments without compromise. To be a Christian is to put the hierarchy in the right order. So during the fast, we fast, and that's our priority. Can you find protein in other ways? Find it. You gotta follow the fast and the boundaries laid down by the church if you want to make it progress. It's that simple. And you can't constantly be compromising every time there's a fast. You won't make progress spiritually. So you have to choose. I'm going to make progress as a bodybuilder. I'm going to make progress as a Christian. I don't really see how. If there's some middle way, I don't see it right now. I'm not saying there can't be, in the sense of finding your protein in a way that's conducive to the fast. But eating meat is like the first step for the baby. Like the 5-year-old says, okay, I want to eat meat on Wednesdays and Fridays. That's where we start with the fast. Before the fall, they weren't eating meat. The monks will live like Adam and more, at least like Adam, if not, of course, Christ is more than them. But they want to be like the first form in paradise, right? So they say no meat. Monks don't eat meat ever, not on during the fast. So my point here is that it's like ABCs. We're at the ABC of the spiritual life. We've got to. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine any ascetic who says, "Okay, I'm going to live the Christian life to the fullest, but I'm going to eat meat during the fast." That's unheard of. Never heard of such a person. Never heard of such a saint. Never heard of anybody. So somebody's saying, "Father, I want to be a great athlete, but do I have to train? Are you going to make me like play basketball to become a great athlete?" Yeah. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, okay, you can't be a great athlete then. I mean, it's almost that simple. Unless you can get protein in a way that's conducive with the fast.